Hey, it's Flirty Friday. Happy Friday to you. Took a little technical machination there for me to get ready, but I hope everyone's primed for a great weekend. I'm on the road, so I just pulled over into a parking lot, so I'm going to try to make this sort of a quick, short and sweet version of Flirty Friday, but this week I thought we would talk about kissing. You know, it's a subject that tends to come up in the context of dating and relationships. And I'd written some newsletters or blogs about this a while back, but I think a lot of the people who are watching Flirty Friday maybe weren't reading those, and so hey, it's never a bad time to talk about kissing. Am I right? One of the ways I kind of geek out is, kissing is obviously a very fun thing to do, but also I enjoy understanding a little bit more like the science of it and the role of that activity in attraction and what, you know, everyone has such individual preferences around kissing. It can be such an elusive thing to kind of like understand in a really logical way. I guess maybe it's an art form, but there's also a science to it. One of the functions that one of my favorite researchers, Helen Fisher, author of The Anatomy of Love, she is a anthropologist at Rutgers University, total like rock star in my head. One of the functions that she says is why kissing evolved as something that we like to do is obviously the romantic attraction component. There is the sex drive component, lust, and then there is also the calmer end of the kissing spectrum, security and attachment and that kind of thing. So each of those functions, she says, represents a function in our brains that prompts us to reproduce, and kissing bolsters all of them. So hitting all 3 points there. I thought it was kind of interesting. I read some research that indicated that 2/3 of us tilt our heads to the right when going in for the kiss. And at first I thought, oh, well, that makes sense because most people are right-hand dominant. But that's not actually the case, because there are a lot more righties than lefties in the world. And so you look a little deeper, what are some possibilities for why we tilt to the right? Well, one theory is that this reflex may have developed in utero, although why did it develop to the right in utero, not to the left? Don't know. Maybe this is an opportunity for someone else to do their own research. Maybe it developed as a tendency in infancy. Most mothers will cradle their infant to the left when they're nursing, and so the infant has to turn to the right. And so it just may sort of harken back to those infantile associations of affection and bonding and security. A different study found, and so someone I was sharing this with was like, this sounds like such a female study. Okay, so the women might appreciate the results a little bit. Men who kissed their wives before leaving for work lived on average 5 years longer and earned 20 to 30% more than their peers who left without a kiss goodbye. So I'm sure that probably holds true for your partner, whatever the status of your relationship. Not kissing, in this study, not kissing their wives before leaving for work in the morning increased the possibility of a car accident by 50%. So that actually kind of begs new questions. And, oh, hi Tasha, thank you for watching. And the new questions that arise out of that are, is it the kiss that makes the individual a better driver, maybe more attentive, better functioning human in society, more productive at work, have healthier bonds and relations? Is it the kissing that like makes them more positive overall, that has that trickle down effect into the rest of their lives? Or is it that the people who are just more psychologically inclined to be positive and be productive and have healthy relationships, friendships, work relationships, etc., they're more likely to kiss their partner? It's kind of a chicken and egg question. So if anyone has a theory about that, I would love it if you would post your thoughts about that. You probably know that there's a neurotransmitter response that happens when we kiss, and that response results in the release of dopamine, which makes us feel nice, right? It's that rush, it's that elevation, it's that craving, particularly when you're at the beginning of a new relationship and you're falling for someone and everything about them is amazing, and it's just kind of this obsession. That is some neurotransmitter stimulation that's going on inside of your head, and that's why you just can't get enough of that person. It's why you want more and you feel energized, and you just sort of feel like you're on cloud 9 and post below, if you know what I'm talking about. So kissing, you know, at the most extreme end of the spectrum, that's how you feel in the early stages. As the relationship continues, it's gonna, the state of elation is gonna wane a little bit, but it's still gonna have a really important health function in that it lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone, for both men and women. And so when our stress response is kind of muted or tamped down a little bit, obviously then that puts us in a better position to just kind of have a better life overall. I know of one particular couples therapist who makes her clients kiss for, oh hey, thanks for watching, Mo Fur and Kristen Townsend, thank you for watching, makes her couples, before they leave her office, they have to kiss for, I think it's 1 or 2 minutes, and she times them. And the idea behind that is that mandatory lip lock is going to kind of strengthen the bond and lower the cortisol levels, which may have been elevated during the course of therapy, because if you've ever done couples therapy, you know it can get kind of heated sometimes. Hey Alice, thanks for watching. Hi Sabrina, thank you for watching. Kissing releases oxytocin in men as well, and so for the women who are watching, you already know that this is the hormone that happens after orgasm. It happens in our bodies after childbirth. Sometimes we don't pay attention as much, maybe just assuming that since men aren't birthing children, that they don't have the benefit of that as well, but that's not true. And so overall, like, I have to be an ambassador for kissing, I probably don't, but overall kissing just puts a more radiant smile on your face, gives you a boost of confidence, a spring in your step, and a sparkle in your eye. So your assignment for this weekend, loves, is to go out and kiss someone. Thanks for watching, Allison and Granson. And here is a little bit of a litmus test. So I think the ladies are going to know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty early indicator of whether there is a strong romantic possibility with someone. So I'm a fan of getting that kiss just out there early on. And that way you kind of know, your body is going to tell you if there is some good chemistry exchange. It's happening in the saliva exchange, it's happening in the smells, and it's happening in the touch. And so you have a lot of information, and biologists and anthropologists would say a lot of this early information was about health and hygiene, and that's important, but it's also a lot of good psychological information as well. Hey Dakota, thanks for watching. So I thought I would prepare for you a kiss tip sheet. Now, National Kissing Day actually passed about a month and a half ago, but you didn't know it was a holiday. Did you celebrate? It's never too late to celebrate National Kissing Day. And so I was thinking about some ways. I'm going to share some ways, women, that you can initiate or let your partner know, your prospective partner know, hey, I would be totally open and receptive to having a kiss. And then guys, maybe some ways you can probe to see if she'd be receptive. You've probably seen me either talk about or write about the triangular gaze. So that's where you're looking eye to eye to lip to eye to eye to lip. It's a very quick but subtle eye movement pattern. And you're not gonna make it really obvious. It's not gonna be like left eye, right eye, lips. That might be a little creepy. So you're gonna need to make sure you can kind of just do it in one swoop, one glance, so to speak. If you can combine that with something like maybe a little lip biting, right? Okay, just you gotta feel like you can pull that off with some confidence. I'm a lip biter. I can do it. And maybe a little bit of arm touching as well to give that physical reassurance and sort of a physical warmth and connection. So, gentlemen, my tidbit for you, or my nugget of knowledge for you, would be to watch for those things. So a lot of times my male clients will say to me, well, I couldn't tell if she was into me, I just wasn't sure. It seemed like she was being really nice, but sometimes women are just nice and then I misinterpret it and I don't think I can read the signals well. And oh great, awesome, one of the viewers is gonna be on the hunt for someone to kiss this weekend. I love it. You follow up with me Monday, girl, let me know how that goes. So be looking, and don't expect her cues to be hitting you over the head like a freaking coconut, because she may not be broadcasting it quite that explicitly and obviously. So you really are going to have to tune in and kind of, think, well, what would Susanna do, or what would she think if she was here? So here are a few more tips. There is a dating coach and relationship coach who sat a group of men down and asked them, what do you want to feel, to see, to taste during a kissing session? And here's what they said. They said they wanted to initiate. The guys wanted to make the first move. I know this is not going to settle well with all women. We have the right to vote. We have the right to own property. We have the right to, we're strong-willed women, most of us. And when it comes to locking lips, what the heck? Guys want us to be traditional about this? A lot of the guys I've talked to do like that. I will say, though, that if you are a more traditional woman and you surprise him with an unexpected, assertive go in for the kiss, that can really, that can be a very positive thing for him. You're like, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that. And, she was so ladylike and so cordial, and now she's coming in for the kiss. Like that can kind of rock their world in a good way. So you might want to play with that rule. Keeping your eyes shut is conventional behavior during a kiss, but just practice this strategy. So you're in the middle of a good, long, passionate, quality kiss. Stop suddenly, back away, give him a smoldering look or give her a smoldering look, and then go back to the kiss. So just kind of like interrupting that rhythm. It's a little bit of a pattern interrupt, and taking them in and just letting your eyes really communicate everything you're feeling in that moment, and then dive back in. That's hot. That's hot stuff. We all know that when you're escalating your kiss, it's going to get open-mouthed. You're going to swap a little spit probably. Most people aren't looking to recreate Niagara Falls, however, so start with some minimal spit, and then things will probably escalate from there. Kissing with your hands. I think it's pretty common and instinctive to do this. You're going to want to touch each other's shoulders, backs, face, neck, hair, grab her hair even. And that's all good if you're not doing something with your hands also while you're kissing. Then the kiss may come across as a little stiff or like you're not really into it. I'm thinking of the Selena Gomez song, Can't Keep My Hands to Myself. That should pretty much be your kissing anthem right there. The next tip is to be the bomb.com. I didn't say bomb, B-O-M-B, I said bomb, B-A-L-M. This, ladies, is about what you're doing with your lips. So no one likes a crusty, dried out, scaly lip, right? No one wants to kiss that. So a good tinted lip balm to keep your lips moisturized, something non-goopy. So here's the thing, like if I show up wearing bright red glossy lips, no one's kissing me. There's not going to be any kissing happening, and I'm making up accordingly. But a nice little matte pink or nude lip is a very kissable lip. So ladies, you might choose your lipstick to sort of reflect whatever signal you're wanting to send. And then the last tip is to just get out of your head and into your heart. Don't over strategize it. I realize I'm sort of like speaking out of both sides of my mouth, because on the one hand I'm giving you strategies, but at the same time you don't want to be so locked into like planning and executing that you're not really present for the kiss. I like Scotty's comment, fine, I'll do it. I love it. Thank you, Scotty. So yeah, just let it be organic. I'm always, it's obvious, but probably bears repeating. If you're dating and you're kissing anyone, be carrying breath mints, stand away from the smoking and the garlic, keep it minty fresh, and check in with your partner from time to time with some humor or some commentary or some touching and coming up for air and that sort of thing. So, hey Brooke, hi! I'm glad to see everybody spending their Friday afternoon here with me on Flirty Friday. So if you have other comments about kissing, feel free to leave those below. If you have comments, ideas, questions, suggestions for what you would like to see me talk about next week on Flirty Friday, you can either drop those in the comments below, or you can email them to me if it's of a more personal nature and you want to stay a little bit anonymous with it. Email those to Susanna@thedatemaven.com, S-U-Z as in zebra, A-N-N-A as in apple, @thedatemaven.com. I will be back here on Facebook at 3 p.m. next Friday. And, oh, this is exciting. Next week, we are going to be coming live from the baby beard oil manufacturers who make the most amazing, fragrant, wonderful beard oils for men and lash serums for women. If you don't get how that relates, God help you. I'm really excited to kind of check out Frank's products and bring some additional awareness to them. Hey Brian, thank you for watching. And so anyway, make sure to mark it on your calendars, share it with your friends. This will be on the Date Maven Facebook page as well as here on the Susanna K. Matthews Facebook page. And with that, I gotta get back on the road. I'll see you all later. Thanks so much. Mwah.